Thank you very much. Good morning to you guys. Here is 10 minutes to 8 in the United Kingdom. The reason why I came online back from Saturday program was as a result of the questions that are coming in, and it is impossible for me to deal with them on a one-to-one basis. So this is the reason why I revert to online so that I can respond to individual queries and concern again before I commence today's work. But I must tell you that I had a good rest anyway. The queries that came in are quite large, but first of all, I want to deal with the issue of those who have British children in, not necessarily Nigeria, but those who have British children outside United Kingdom. Can they travel in with those children for them to come to for holiday in the United Kingdom? The answer to that is affirmative, which is yes. There are different ways of coming into the United Kingdom through that avenue. You either make application as a parent of a child that coming back into the United Kingdom, access right, but you have to show that you are a single parent that have parental responsibility on those British children. Another one is that the father of those children, if he's in the United Kingdom, can invite you to return back with the children into the United Kingdom, or you make a visa application, which is the tourist one, and come to United Kingdom. It is live right now in the United Kingdom. My name is Tokunbo Olagbaye. It hasn't changed. What I am trying to deal with today is the applications and questions that people are raising with regards to parents of children in the United Kingdom. Thank you for your love button. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I want you to share this so that others can benefit from it. I am a serious player when I want to be serious. I'm looking closely into children that are in the United Kingdom. I'm looking closely with children that have rights to be in the UK, or whether they have spent 7 years in the United Kingdom. That is the area I am looking closely at now. And the only way to go about this now is that I cannot answer those questions one-to-one, with regards to the question people are inboxing me and sending me. Currently, I have almost 400 to 500 questions in there. So you will appreciate that it's not possible for me to deal with it. So let's basically see how we can address the issue of 7-year parents in the United Kingdom. Now, what the rule is saying with regards to a child that has clocked 7 years in the United Kingdom, the government has not taken the rules away. That chance and opportunity for parents to regularize their status under a child either brought into the UK and spent 7 years in the UK, or born in the United Kingdom and spent 7 years in the United Kingdom. A lot of people ask me questions that you have not dealt with that area. You haven't talked about it. I want you to listen carefully so that you will know that the sections that allows you to remain in the United Kingdom as a parent of a child in the UK has not been taken away. That area is an area of concern for a lot of people. So please share it and let them hear me once and for all. Do not be taken away by any false information regarding what people are sending around. What is crucial is what the government has in mind and what government is doing with regards to the 7-year rules in the United Kingdom. Now, I repeat again, parents of a child that has clocked 7 years from birth in the UK or has spent 7 years continuously in the United Kingdom will be able to make application under that child. But the issue here is that the law is saying that you will not be able to make that application unless you can show that you have sole parental responsibility on that child. You will not be able to make that application unless you can show that you are solely responsible for the upbringing of that child. which is similar to the issue of those who are settled in the UK that want to bring in their children from outside the United Kingdom into the United Kingdom. You really have to show day-to-day responsibility on that child. Now, the test the parents are asked to submit to is the parents of whether is the test of whether it will be reasonable or unreasonable to return them back to their country of origin. Whether it will be reasonable or unreasonable to return them back to their country of origin. That is the test the government is saying that you have to show in any ramification. For you to be successful in your application, you got to show that test. You have to show that test. Now, lately we have succeeded outright without a need to even go to court. On 7 years rules, we have submitted so many times and we are successful. Even recently, I have about 3 or 4 of them that just came back to my office successful. So it depends on exactly how it's prepared in conjunction with the immigration rules, the appendix. The rules of suitability and eligibility needs to be looked at carefully. So when people are saying that, oh, the 7 years is not there, it's not successful, the 7-year rule is still there. It has not been taken away from you. That is your right. If you have overstayed your reason to come to United Kingdom for one reason or another, as long as you can prove that it's something that is beyond your power to return. So there was no intention to overstay. Of course, you will be able to make an application to the Secretary of State, providing you can show that you have a child that's born in the UK or that you brought into the United Kingdom that has spent 7 years consecutively in the United Kingdom. You will be able to go in and make application successfully. The test government is saying is that you got to show whether it will be reasonable or unreasonable to ask you and that child to return back to. I'm on 07908 628240. I'm on 079. I know. I'm on 07908 628240. So that is the number to call me on. I'm on 07908. You know. A lot of people have sent me I have saved your number. Thank you. It's saved already. Thank you so much for that, sir. A lot of people send me questions with regards to thank you, Jare. You are we. With regards to the 7-year rule, it has not been taken away. It is there. It is down to the individuals that want to make use of it. Now, the first question I'm looking at here is that now this person is saying that my name is also person. I have two British children, but their father sent us back to Nigeria 8 years ago and has not had any responsibility over the children since then. I have sole responsibility which I have obtained at the High Court in Nigeria. Can I return to the country even though I am not ready to reside there again? But just for the children to be coming on holiday, ma. I overstayed during the time I had the children. I was on visit visa at the time. Now look at it. She has 2 British children. She has obtained sole responsibility from the High Court in Nigeria. She doesn't want to live in the United Kingdom anymore, but she wants to be bringing those children into the United Kingdom. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Now, the answer to that is yes. Of course, she can come to UK on a visit visa, But what you have to understand is that there is a problem here. She basically mentioned that she has overstayed her visa, which basically means that overstaying her visa means that she could be penalized when she makes a new application to come to UK. But she can't come to United Kingdom on the basis that she has British children and she wants to bring them to visit United Kingdom. But bear it in mind, one thing she needs to show is that she has to demonstrate that she's going to return back to Nigeria. So she must have a good job in Nigeria to return to. She must have a strong community ties in Nigeria to show on application. And she must show the High Court document that she has parental responsibility. On the birth certificate, she needs to show that she's the mother of those children. Of course, the father is a British citizen and is in the United Kingdom. But that's not the end of the story. The story here is that she can make application to the Secretary of State for entry clearance on a visit visa, where she will have a stumble block, where it is possible that she's going to encounter a problem. It's the story of being overstayed why she came to United Kingdom. Government find it so offensive when people come to visit United Kingdom, overstayed for 1 day or 2 days and return back. They can still forgive you, but if it's longer than necessary, they don't like it. The government of the day doesn't like it. The Secretary of State does not prefer it to any other thing. What the Secretary of State will prefer is for you to demonstrate that you are going to come to United Kingdom on the agreement you had with them. So when you put in an application to come to UK, the agreement is that you are going to return back. So you need to return back as soon as you finish your... Thank you so much, Tony. Sonira, thank you. So you have to return back as soon as you finish your holiday. Now, if you're on a 6 months visa and you propose to come to United Kingdom for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and you stay 3 months, you're going to encounter headache next time when you want to come, because they will not find you trustworthy anymore. That is relationship of trust. Even us ordinarily, when you are in a relationship, you are in a friendship, and you find somebody not to be trustworthy, then you tend not to trust them anymore. You tend to be worried about them. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I'm on a live FB, so are you okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Chooks. I'm just calling. Basically, I've been on the Tier 2 General.
Okay.
And by the 2nd of April, it should be 5 years.
Okay.
But my current visa will expire on the 16th of February, so I'll be short by 5 years by about a month, 2 weeks.
You have to apply for extension.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you have to seek the Secretary of State assistance in that respect to ask for a month extension or 2 months extension.
So basically, I know my work, you can extend it till, I'm just, if they extend it to 16th of April, 16th of March, that's short by 5 years, but can I then apply for my indefinite then?
You haven't spent 5 years consecutively. They will not grant you.
So it
has to be 5 years. They will not grant you. I have come across many scenarios in my career that they granted them in Nigeria and they didn't take off immediately. They took off to come to England 3 months later or 4 months later. So when they were calculating their 5 years, they were 3 months short. They were supposed to ask for extension straight away.
Okay.
If you don't ask for extension, you will not be able to get your indefinite leave to remain right.
The other option, my wife is actually on an indefinite leave at the moment. So I was just thinking, if I change to dependence on our own, will it affect my own applying for my indefinite future?
You will be applying. Listen to me. What you are going to do? You will be applying as a parent and as a spouse of a person who is present in the UK. Yeah, because you are on a visa, the government will give you 2.5 years now, which is good for you.
Okay.
Once you get the 2.5 years, you will be able to make your 5 years lawful residence. But bear it in mind, you have varied your status, but you should be able to make your 5 years residence on indefinite leave to remain. But I wouldn't want you to change, because the moment you change, you are going to come under spouse visa if care is not taken.
Okay, so I should just try and get extension.
I think you should get your extension on your own so that you can claim your indefinite leave to remain directly.
Okay.
Is that okay? Is that clear enough?
Yeah, it's clear. It was in my mind, but I just wanted to,
It was a good thinking if that is what is in your mind, because if you go on 5 years, if you come under your partner, your wife, it could set you back.
although by next year I would have been 10 years legally in the UK. Consecutive.
By next year?
Yeah, next year October, I would have been 10 years in the UK.
Legally, yeah?
Yeah, legally.
So in that case, if you come under your wife, you will not be affected, but you have to wait till next year for 10 years lawful residence.
Yeah, that's it. But then will I have to have the 18,000 pounds in my account?
No, it's not you, it's your wife.
Okay.
Your wife must be working. Both of you must be working, but your wife's income will be scrutinized on 18,600.
Okay, so you wouldn't have to have the money in the account.
You must have the no. You have to show salary, just salary. All you have to show is to show that you're on salary, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not that the money should be sitting in your account. Oh, not at all. You need to show that you have that 18,600 as an annual income before tax is taken.
Okay, both of us earn much more than that.
So so you are fine then. You're fine.
So should I go on hand? Then I can then apply for my investment next year, October then.
I think so, because the danger is that, God forbid, if anything happens to the company you are working with now, then you might be in problem with your sponsorship license. Yeah. So if you have a backup, and it's a strong backup the way you have explained to me, I think you should go under your wife.
Okay.
I think you should come out now, very under your wife straight away.
Okay.
Yeah. So that next year you can just go in for your 10 years, providing there is no gap.
So there's been no gap.
Fantastic, clean record, fantastic. That is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Well done. Thank you. Cheers. Bye. I'm on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. I have answered the question of the lady that wants to bring in the 2 British citizens into the United Kingdom, that said that she has overstayed one way or another when she came in as a visitor. Of course, you can bring them in as a visitor, but then you have to bear it in mind that the Secretary of State is more likely to look at your record and get upset in that manner. But then when you are making representation, you need to show clearly the reason why you overstayed last time. Hello.
Hello, it's Harama.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am. Please, ma'am, can you speak in Yoruba, ma'am?
Go ahead, but I will be responding back to the public in English.
Okay, that's fine, ma'am. I'm
Okay.
actually I'm calling on behalf of a friend, a church member. I want to know 7 years, I want to know to say 8, what are the controls one. But what's the more worry? Our immigration is more worrying back on shit. So me, Mobuya, what should apply, ma'am, under the 7 years?
Yes, she can still go in. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not our lawyer concerning say country musuru. Mo de ni kan wa ri. Wọ́n ní káwọn lawyer yẹn ní káwọn ṣe musuru. So man le sọ fún wọn to be musuru.
Tell her to come and see me, and if she has put in an application before or any reason, just tell her to come for consultation so that I'll be able to diagnose her case and tell her exactly whether she will go in or not. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma. God bless
You're
you,
most
ma.
welcome. Thank you. Yeah, bye. Immigration Secretary, good morning to you. Tokunbo Olagbaye. Hello. I'm having the immigration surgery this morning, and as soon as I leave online, I'm going to start the office work straight away. But I intentionally want to come on board this morning because I could not clarify or finish up the questions being raised on Saturday. I was very tired, and 2 hours is too long for me online, to be honest with you. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm watching your live program now. I have a question to ask you.
Please go ahead.
I want to ask concerning the students who want to stay back and graduating.
You want to?
I want to ask about students who have finished the study and want to stay back to work for some years.
A student who has completed her studies.
Yes, I want to stay back to work for some years.
But she has to apply for sponsorship, isn't it, and get it to a tier 2 right to be in the UK if she's a student. Otherwise, she's going to. Otherwise, she will run out of visa if care is not taken. Yes. She needs to apply to the company that has a license to recruit international students. Okay. Yeah, which I don't think is that easy.
But I had that just approved law on the level of January that the student can apply for working visa.
That student can do what?
Can apply for working visa.
Yeah. Where is that? Students always have right to apply to work in the UK, but they must be able to meet the requirement. They always have rights to change, to vary their status, but they must be able to meet the requirement. That's all I know about.
All right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Good morning to you, dear. Yes. Please go ahead. Go ahead, but I will respond to in English.
Okay, ma.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, ma.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Of course you can proceed. There is nothing stopping you. They've not taken it off. They've not taken it off the rules. The 7-year policy is there. 7-year rules is there. Appendix is there.
Okay, ma. So, one more. Okay.
I think you should come for consultation. Well, that's what everybody think is the problem, but that's not just the end of it. But I won't say more than that. Benny.
Okay, ma.
No problem.
All right, ma.
Yeah, bye. It seems like I'm explaining to you on 7-year rules. 7 years has not been taken away, but there is always a way to compose your representation. There is always a way to deal with the government when it comes to asking something from them. The 7 years is there. It depends on the individual needs. It depends on the individual circumstances. It depends on individual luck at the end of the day. But I can vividly tell you, successfully, I have done many of it. The 7 years has not been taken away. And I will reiterate again, the law is there. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, dear. Hi.
Yes, the question that I want to ask, ma'am, is that is it possible for someone on 2.5 years to buy mortgage?
Because say that again.
Yes, someone for any 2.5 years needs to remain. Or to remain the second time. Don't come there a mortgage.
Because it's a limited leave. It makes it a bit difficult. The mortgage broker and the bank lender, which is the lender, mortgagee, they will be looking for someone who is present and settled in the UK. Because limited leave means that it's not guaranteed to have a renewal. Anything can happen to that person's renewal, or the person can be removed from the United Kingdom, which means the bank will not be able to recover their money. So they will not want to give it to somebody who hasn't got permanent status. Yes. You can go to school, but you will have to pay the tuition fees yourself. You will not be able to get the loan.
Okay, then. Thank you very much, my God bless.
Thank you, dear. Bye. It's a live program right now, and I'm on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. I'm on a live program right now. So if you have any question bothering your mind, I can still deal with it. Hello, good morning to you.
sister.
Good morning to you. Question, please.
Your brother me call me what you want me for a very long time. So, what decided last padà lọ sí Nigeria. So, that don't be one me. I will know you book for 2 3 months. So, nothing by you. One we are making on only láti kọ́ mi láti ẹ̀fù wọn láti padà wá sílé. So, torí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe.
Is she a British citizen or an European citizen?
You mean the girl?
Yes.
It's a British citizen.
So she has to be working and earn 18,600 before she can get him back into the country.
I don't think so because I've already told my brother about how she working and they say it can't say per se that maybe he's working to end that 100 amount.
Because yes, if she's not working, then it's going to be difficult. If she's not working, then it's going to be difficult to get him back into the country. Now, the only way the guy can come back. Did you say the guy overstayed previously?
Yeah, he's overstayed then.
If he has overstayed his visa previously, the problem he's going to encounter is the returning visa. He will not be able to get a visa to return back to UK. You know, if he hasn't overstayed before, then he can apply to come and see his child. She can send him an invitation letter for a visa to come and see his child, but he needs to show that he's going to return back to Nigeria. So if he can't do that, then he will not be able to come in. So that's just the bottom line.
So if I understand you clearly now, two options. If the guy is to earn about 18,000 something, so she can bring him back, or she can give him a visiting letter to come and visit his child, right?
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hold on. If the lady is earning 18,600, then that means that she can bring him into the country as her spouse.
Oh, okay.
But for a visit visa, she doesn't have to earn 18,600 as long as she's working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, dear. How are you?
I'm fine, Karoma.
Ṣàlàáfíà ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, I'm on a live program, so are you okay to talk?
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, okay. Mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ question kan ni. Overstayer ni mí mà. Mo wá ní boyfriend kan from Germany. So, àwa fẹ́ work. But nǹkan tó ń gbọ́ ni pé I need lọ sí registry because there might be problem or so. You understand? So, wọ́n ti kí n máa bà mí mà.
Is your boyfriend living in the United Kingdom?
Yes, ma.
Is he working and exercising his treaty rights in the UK?
Yes, ma.
If he's doing that, do you have your international passport still valid?
No, overstayer ni mí mà.
You need to have a valid is different from visa. A valid international passport means your passport is still current. So if you have that, then he can approach the registry, the local registrar, for a marriage application to be made to the Secretary of State.
Okay, ma. Because only for that approval at your office.
Exactly. But as long as you are genuine and it's real, it's not, and you have proof of address together, and both of you are in the UK, I don't think there will be any reason for that, for you not to proceed. Yes.
Okay, ma.
Yeah.
God bless you, ma.
Thank you. Yeah, bye. Bye. Another question here is that, dear ma, good evening, ma. Please, I've got an inquiry. Can the owner of this person make himself available online? Because I'm not going to repeat myself again. That's why I came online now, to answer all the questions that are sent to me over the weekend. You know, I'm going to try as much as possible to respond back, you know, in public now, but I will not have time to deal with it individually. It's not possible. But I will just respond back now so that people can just benefit from it. You know. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to ask you a question, ma'am. It's regarding my, hello?
Yeah, please go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, it's regarding myself and my family. I have 2 children here, so I'm here with my husband as well. But we are overstayers. I just want to know, is there anything we can, you know, apply for? Because I have a son that is autistic. My son is autistic. So I'm wondering if there's anything we can apply for so we can remain in the country, in UK, rather than taking the boy back to Nigeria.
How old is the child?
He's 5.
There are many, you have to pardon me the way I'm going to advise. You have to pardon me. There are many medical situations in the United Kingdom with regards to those who want to put in an application to the Secretary of State. And as a result of that, government do not look into that area deeply to grant people status because there will be floodgate arguments. Even me, I have had many clients that have come to my office in the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks wanting to put in an application on a medical ground. It will barely succeed. And the child is only 5 years. He hasn't even clocked the argument age, which is 7 years.
Okay.
So the point is that it won't succeed if you make attempt.
Okay.
And it's a lot of money which I would not want you to waste.
Okay, ma'am.
That's it.
So is there any other thing, is there anything we can do?
Mm-hmm. That's what I just said now. There is nothing you can do at the moment unless if you want to return back to Nigeria.
Okay.
Autism is not that really, do you understand? But I don't really want to be touching people's emotional area. But in terms of the legal aspect of it, yeah, the government would not be wanting to grant status in that respect unless there are other things that are really, really difficult and make it so unreasonable for the child to go back on medical other things, but it's not going to be that straightforward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye. You see, I am a very careful person when it comes to dealing with individual. I don't like to touch individual emotion. So I would not want to be touching deeply in that medical line of individual problem. But the general legal aspect of the legal area of it is that the government will not grant status in anything to do with medical need unless it's really. In fact, government has sent somebody dying back to Ghana and the person died in Ghana. Until today, the case is not held. So they are doing this in order not to encourage floodgate arguments. That is what I can say under law. But in terms of emotional aspect of it, I am a human being. I really don't fancy to go into that area because I have blood running in my veins. But I want to concentrate on the legal work that I am doing. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Good morning to you. Please go ahead.
My name is Charlotte Jones. I'm calling to make some inquiry about my brother's situation. He was given a 10-year ban in Nigeria regarding his papers. Somehow he's here now, and then he now has a son who is British. So he's wondering if he puts in his application for being here, if they're going to grant him stay or not.
Where is your brother?
He's here now.
In the United Kingdom. Then he has a British passport. Yeah, only go ahead. Yeah. But he's already in the UK.
Yes, ma'am.
How did he get in?
Because
Let me tell you, the similar scenarios are in my office, are in my hand.
Yes,
they will find out.
okay.
This is what I tell people, do things properly. Now, ó ti wọlé clandestinely.
Yes,
But ó fẹ́ béèrè nǹkan lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ibi tí wàhálà sì máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Tell him to see me in my office when he has time. Yeah. No worries. Bye.
Thanks for the work you do. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Tokunbo Lagbayi, my name has not changed. I love doing what I love doing. I love law because I am dealing with the government. It makes me love law. So I read law every day and night. Yesterday, I was on it, reading it for almost 2 hours before I doze off. So it makes me enjoy it. Hello, good morning. It makes me enjoy my work because I read a lot. Please go ahead. Good morning to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, please, I will also want to in your office.
Okay.
I just want to book appointment.
You can, but call back after 10. Because if I'm taking it now, your name will come up on public.
Okay.
When do you want to?
Call after 10.
When do you want to come?
It's personal today. Hello, ma.
That you want to come?
Yes, I want to come today.
Hold on, let me see I think I have the iCloud here, but I would not want to mention your name.
Okay, ma.
Yeah, I can take care of that. What time do you want to come?
It's 10:30.
Yeah, I can give you that time. Yeah.
Okay, ma.
Send me a WhatsApp to book appointment for you.
Okay.
Send me your details on WhatsApp. I want to respect your privacy. I will not want to book it here.
Okay, ma.
Yes, but I have given you 10:30.
Okay, ma.
Yeah, but send me your name and your. I think I have your contact number straight away here.
Okay.
No, another number is calling on it straight away. I can't see your number, but send me your details and send me your details. I will fill it in. Yes. So I've given you 10:30 today. I'll see you 10:30 today.
Okay.
I think I still have that space there.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, ma.
Yeah. Hi.
Yes, ma. Ma. Mo fẹ́ bèrè pé like me now, mo mú àwọn ọmọ mi wá sí bíbá ọmọ méjì. Mo mú wọn wá láti 2012. Mo mú as visitor ní àfiwọlé àti mi àtàwọn ọmọ méjèèjì yẹn. But mi tí lè ṣe anything lórí wọn bọ̀. Mo ní àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n tán ní the British passport, indefinite stay and all that. Mo wá fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá if there is anything wọ́n lè ṣe láti help èmi or àwọn ọmọ yẹn.
You want me to be honest with you? Or you want me to lie?
No.
You want me to be honest. They cannot do anything. Nítorí tí wọ́n bá ṣe anything ní ìsìn ó máa affect ẹ̀yin ò ní lè fi ṣe pípa tí yín later on. Wọn ò dẹ̀ lè ṣe anything fún yín because they are adults, you are adults and they are British citizens. Wọn ò dẹ̀ lè ṣe nǹkan tó bá ṣe nǹkan fáwọn ọmọ yẹn nísẹ̀ ó máa affect yín ẹ̀ ní nǹkan tẹ́ fi máa dúró later on. So ẹ forí ti díẹ̀ sí.
See, like, how many years?
Ọdún méjì.
Ọdún méjì. Wọ́n máa fi pé bí 8 years, àbí? Okay, ma.
Ẹ fi máa pé 7 nínú UK.
Ma?
ẹ máa pé 7 ní UK.
Wọ́n máa pé 7 ní UK ní next year.
Ìgbà yẹn náà lè máa tó ready.
Okay, ma. Okay, ma.
Right, thank you, bye. Michael Amani, I intentionally lower my volume, my speech. Thank you so much for that. But I intentionally lower it for the purpose of the person I'm responding to. Just follow me on. You cannot miss the way. There is a path I am following, so you follow that path. You can't miss the way. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning to you.
Good morning, ma.
Yeah.
Please, I just want to ask one question, ma.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Good morning, Miss Dupe Fashakin. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm from Spain. Then I have 3 kids here that they are already citizens, and my wife is from Africa. She's from Africa, so she didn't have anything yet. Then she has another boy before we meet. So I just want to know if I can do document for the boy as well.
Say it again. Let me hear you properly. I beg your pardon. I was trying to read some messages here.
Yeah, I said I'm from Spain. I have 3 children with my wife, and she's already have another baby before. So I'm just asking how I can do the document for the baby that my wife she's already have before we meet.
What status have you got?
I have a European passport.
Okay. And you are exercising treaty rights in the UK?
Yes, I'm living here for almost more than 1 year now.
Oh, you can only apply for your country passport for your child if your wife is legally married to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot apply for British passport now because you have not even have the permanent residence here.
Yeah, but if I want to apply for the normal state for my wife and the children that she had before we met, is it possible?
Yes, it's possible as long as you are working. You will apply for 5 years residence card for them.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I wanted. Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Yeah, bye.
All right.
Yeah, bye. I acknowledge all of you online. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Yes, please, I can hear you.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Yeovil already. I'm calling from the detention. I got your number from the friend now. I have a question to ask you, so I can ask them.
Please go ahead.
I got to this country like 2011 legally, and I've been legally going through my year in the UK up to now. For my two sponsorship when I was in 2014 when I came 2015 as well. For my two sponsor passport is visa. The side almost is a sponsor.
You are a bit the volume is a bit low.
Hello, ma.
It's a bit low. I can't. Yeah. Okay. Pick it up again. Let me see.
Okay, because of the network. Yeah. So my two sponsor cancelled the notified the almost through email. His own personal email in February 2016. So the almost sent a letter to my home address, not my former home address, but I gave my savings, it was in some render. So I was exercised my partner and notified the home office. They called us for the interview. We wait for the interview on Wednesday. That's when I was paid. And that's when I realized that I was
I have to stop you. Can I stop you? Can you send me a WhatsApp?
I cannot because I'm not allowed to use taking my phone.
Where are you now?
I'm in the detention.
No wonder. So you are at the detention at the moment?
Yes.
Oh my God. What took you into detention? Who is your lawyer?
I have a lawyer for me in London.
So how long have you been in the detention now?
I came in on Wednesday.
On Wednesday. What family ties have you got in the United Kingdom?
I've got, I have family. I have like, but not,
Have you got a child? Have you got a partner?
no, I've got a partner, and my partner is British.
You have a partner and is British,
Yes, ma'am.
but you haven't got child for each other.
No, yes.
And you don't have child as a member of your household.
I don't have what, ma'am.
Do you have a child that either of you had before your relationship commenced?
He has children already.
He has children and they are underage.
No, they are grown up.
They are grown up. Ooh,
Yes, ma'am.
ooh, ooh. So what is the latest situation on your case now?
My solicitor is already doing RFC mechanism.
So what do you want to find out from my end? What do you want me to do for you?
It's just like an advice, ma'am. No?
To be honest, my hands are a bit tight with what you have just said now because they took you in. Do you have an application before you were taken in there?
No, because my visa was, I still have an existing visa still.
Oh, you still have a visit visa?
But they compelled it, which I didn't know they compelled it.
You still have, what do you mean by you still have a visit visa? It's a multiple visa you must have had there.
No, I still have an existing visa.
That is still, so when did you come to UK then? When did you come in?
I came in 2011.
2000 and,
11.
you don't have visa anymore, my sister. You have run out of visa.
No, my visa, since 2011, I've always been having visa. It's not like I've never been illegal even till now. But
Hold on, the visa you had was a visit visa, isn't it?
it's not visit.
Which one?
As a student, I came in as a student.
Oh. So you have student visa when you came in, but it has been cut off. It has been curtailed.
No. I renewed my visa in 2015.
What took you into detention then? If you have a valid leave, why are you at the detention center at a Majesty's detention?
No, they said they curtailed my visa.
That's what I'm saying. If the visa has been curtailed, it means that you don't have leave anymore.
But I didn't know because I did not do anything.
Because maybe you have stopped attending classroom.
No, it's at the state too. It's my work.
You cannot use your student visa to go and work extra hours.
No, it's the work permit visa, ma.
But you said you have student visa.
No, I came in as a student.
Why would you be in the detention if you have leave to remain, for God's sake?
Ma,
Why would you be at the detention center if you have leave to remain? The law we don't practice law in that manner. Why are you there?
because they called us for interview for the notification of the marriage. So from there, I found out that my visa has been curtailed, but I didn't know.
Your visa has been curtailed the day you stopped going to classes.
You go classes, ma. I came in as a student in 2011. So from 2011 to 2015, I was a student. So I got a job offer. So from 2015, I got a job offer. So I renewed my visa. So it work permit, that's the state too. So 2016 February, the employer contact the home office and they will give their sponsorship.
So the moment they withdraw their sponsorship, you're supposed to change employer straight away, 60 days.
I didn't know. I did not know. They didn't inform me anything.
Hold on. Employer told you that they have withdrawn their sponsorship license.
They didn't tell me. They told the home office, but it's not me.
So you were working with them
Yes, ma'am.
unknowingly.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God. So that's what took you into detention now.
Yes, ma'am. Because we notified me and my partner. We notified are married, and tested, they called us an interview. So right there, we found that the visa was possible. But actually,
And are you genuinely living with your partner?
we are living apart.
You are living?
We are not living together at the moment.
You have played too much into the hands of a lion. You have played too much into the hands of a lion. Yes, definitely. If you want to contact the Secretary of State for a marriage approval, there has to be a kind of a sign of serious relationship to show that you and that person are in good order. You are in relationship. You cannot afford to live apart, especially this time around now. Things are not just that easy anymore. The marriage that they will now say that, unless if it's just if it's a society wedding that is big and elaborate, but if it's one of those marriage that you want to do just quietly, 4 or 5 people, you got to show address together. Believe me, you got to show address.
I have an address together. My like some of my my bank and my phone bill, still together.
You have it together.
Yes, but it's less than 6 months.
Yeah, that should be okay. But because it seems something is not right somewhere, but I cannot put 2 and 2 together to make it 4 straight away now. But something is not right. Definitely. Something is not right. Definitely. You play into their hands. Yeah. And it's a shame. The employer, the school, they have responsibility to inform their employee and their student and the student as well, to be informed if the sponsorship license has been withdrawn by the Secretary of State. The employer that has that license has responsibility, duty of care to inform the foreign staff that are under those license. The Secretary of State only hear go and doesn't hear come. So your lawyer needs to work hard to get you out. He needs to work harder to get you out. What is your husband to be doing at the moment? What step has he taken for you? Pardon? He's trying all his best.
Yes.
And is it working?
Yes, it's working.
I'll take what representation has your lawyer put forward to the Secretary of State? Because you are still within the Chief Immigration Officer bail. If you were taken in 7 on Wednesday, you are still within the 8 days, so you are still within the CIO. So you're
taking step at the moment for bail and
yeah, that's the CIO. So you need to communicate with the Chief Officer first. Representation needs to go to the Chief Immigration Officer first and table your case before D. After then is when, if that failed, then that's when you will be making application to the judicial, which is the immigration judge, first-tier tribunal. And you will need 2 people to stand for you. Your husband to be must be one of them, and then another person who is present and settled in the UK. Even to the surety, to the chief immigration one, your lawyer needs to state to the CIO, to the chief immigration officer, that there are 2 commendable people that want to stand for you, so they should release you back to the public and let you continue with your family life. But I can tell you that it's not going to be that easy. But good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Did you hear that scenario? That is a scenario that a company failed in his or her duty of care, negligence, and sometimes institution does that as well. If your sponsorship license is withdrawn, it is your duty and responsibility to communicate to people at large, so that individual affected will take a reasonable step to secure another place immediately. But for selfishness, attitude, and ideology, they withhold information from the applicant. And as a result, unknowingly, she proceeded for a marriage approval, to the Secretary of State, where she's then later on detained and her visa was curtailed. Now, to restore that visa, it's going to take a lot of headache to restore it back. Because when it's withdrawn, it needs to be applied. Within 60 days, you have to secure another one. If not, you have to return back to your country of origin. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi. Good morning to you, dear.
Good morning. Good morning. I have a problem here. The father of my child, who has taken me to school, this father has never been in my daughter's life, really, and is even not on birth certificate. So after 10 years, which my daughter is, he decided to take me to court. And the court where he took me so far away from where I'm staying, miles and miles, from where I am. So I just want to know how I'm supposed to go about this and where do I start from?
You see, what's really always shocked me is that when people are addressing me, I don't hear you properly. Some of you, when you're asking me a question, it needs to be clearly come out so that I can hear you. Because I'm on the device. Yeah.
Okay, can I repeat myself?
Please do.
Yeah. I said the father of my child, my daughter is 10 years old, took me to court to have parental responsibility and discretion rights. The thing is, I'm not happy with that because this dad has never been in my daughter's life for really 10 years, apart from on a few occasions where he met my daughter and I was around, just like 5 times, in 10 years. And he decided to take me to court so that he wants parental responsibility and discretion rights. The other thing is he's also not on a birth certificate because he walked away when my baby was young. So from nowhere now, he decided to take me to court. The court is taking me very far away because from the area where I am.
Do me a favor. See if you can address me on WhatsApp. See if you can type me something on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Please.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, on WhatsApp, and I will respond back.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I have a question for you, please.
Please go ahead. Thank you, Yinka. Please go ahead.
I'm here from 2001, yeah?
Okay.
I'm living in this country from 2001.
Okay.
And I don't know how to go about trying to get myself properly into.
Are you married? Have you got kids?
No, I don't have any kids. I have a big son, and he was in the army, and I came here and sent for him then, and then comes and he spent 8 years in the army, and now he's out. He's okay, but I'm not. So I'm wondering how to go about getting myself sorted. I don't marry. I don't have any children born here and things like that.
Okay. Because you came in 2001 and you are single, that's what I would presume. You haven't got kids that's under 18. The current situation at the moment is saying that you have to remain continuously for 20 years, which means that 2001 is 17 years this year. So you have 2 more years to go to make an application of your own. So I'm on a public glare, but good luck with yourself, keeping yourself away from trouble for the next 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye. Bye. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning to you. Eka, shall I feel?
Yes, African. ìyàwó mi invite bàbẹ́ is 9 years old. Wow. So ó dẹ̀ send the invitation to wọn. So ẹ̀gbọ́n tó wà ní Nàìjíríà sọ fún òun máa sponsor wọn láti ra ticket fún wọn. Then pé òun máa provide maintenance and accommodation. For ìgbà tí wọ́n ń gba application yẹn wọlé, wọ́n wá reduce ẹ̀ pé moderate income ní bàbá yẹn ní pé bàbá yẹn òun ní shop tó ń fi ń rent. Ó dẹ̀ kó statement of account sí bí 499,000 ní balance tó wà ní account bàbá yẹn. So wọ́n wá sọ pé third party ní ọdún wọn. Torí ní application wọ́n bèrè èlò ní average monthly income tó ń rí. Wọ́n sọ pé 50,000. Then wọ́n sọ pé 120,000. Say it's a moderate income. So the second is paid for particular sponsor one. So yeah, they could give us beginning for that relation.
Send me that refusal notice. Then I will talk to you from there. So on the same number here, send me the refusal notice. I'll look at it. Yeah, send me on WhatsApp on this number. Same number you are calling me on now. Yeah. Let me have a look. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. Morning to you. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm on the live Facebook at the moment. Who is this? Okay. Yeah, if you want to, you can change. There is nothing stopping you from doing so. Yeah, but I'm going to call off the phone now. I want to answer some of the email that brought me online. I have got an inquiry related to ILR. I have ILR in 2015, and this will expire. Let's look at it this way. And this will expire in 2024. I have a good job and I've been working outside the UK since I obtained my ILR, but occasionally come to the UK for short visits and holiday. Please, I want your advice on how to go about obtaining my, as I wouldn't want to forfeit my ILR. Although I've been looking for work back to the UK, but still no luck. Please, I need your advice as I would like to also apply for my family as well once I'm back, and I'm afraid I might have overstayed outside the UK. Now, don't let me waste time on this person sending me. When you have indefinite leave to remain in the United Kingdom, which is settlement status, either on a visit under EA or under EA or under immigration rules, you are not supposed to stay 2 years outside the United Kingdom. So if you go on a cruise enjoyment, you must return back to United Kingdom before your 2 years ended. Because if you stay 2 years outside UK, you will lose that settlement status unless you have British passport. Only British passport can go away for as long as they wish. But anyone that has permanent residence or settlement status, which is one of the reasons why one parent called me. That parent called me on Friday or Thursday. Her children is there in Nigeria to go and work. They have settlement status under her. Both of them are now adults, but they have lost indefinite leave to remain because they have stayed more than 2 years outside UK. So on their way inside the United Kingdom border, they were refused to enter. So they were sent back to Nigeria because they have lost that residence. It's 2 years. Your permanent residence, your indefinite leave to remain says that you must not stay outside UK 2 years. For 2 years. So if you go to Nigeria, for example, typical one, even if by the time you are staying 6 months, you should know that you will not be able to apply for your British passport easily anymore. So until you apply for your British passport, I will advise you not to go and stay in Nigeria for 2 months in 1 year, because the law says that you're only allowed to be out of UK 1 year for 90 days alone if you have indefinite leave to remain. So why can't people just comply with that simple requirement? 30 days, 90 days in 1 year. That's the maximum you can be absent from UK if you have indefinite leave to remain and permanent residence. The same thing. So the moment you are staying 2 years, of course you have lost it. You have told them that you don't need them anymore. Good morning to you. Please go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So, just trying to explain my little situation to you. Number one, I was staying with my brother. My brother is an EU family member.
But the reason I'm going down is that all my marriage certificates, certificate for the children, everything we have it, we have sent it to them. So to always our content. So I just want to have an idea.
Application is under your brother.
Yes, and as an AA family member.
And
we have
are you sharing address with him?
Yeah, we do. But when we started having our family differently, that's three of us. We is two brothers and one sister. So everybody started moving out from there. So we are with our family. We are living now, living property and the house and rent, and the other guys to they rent their home and we are paying our bills.
So you are not living under him anymore. And it's not maintaining you any longer.
Yeah, what happens that initially it was that for giving us, supporting us financially. But when they refuse us, those are the things that they used to refuse us. That number one, they told that we are living under him for so 4 years, that's been for 5 years, and there's any supporting financially. So after that, now started doing that, which he was not giving us money, which was doing account to our account. That's what I'm referring, which we are sent those one back again. When we are paid, and these are the things that we are trying to have more to our documents.
It is likely that you will encounter some headache in terms of dependency test.
Pardon?
It is likely that you are going to encounter headache on dependency test, dependency test. Because vividly the judges are not happy anymore the way things are between the sponsor and his family member relying on him. Yeah. So you should be well prepared for yourself to show some receipt that is paying your rent where you are.
Exactly. Our rent.
Yes.
Because the reason that we are saying that already we have been working, that giving us 19 as I said, which we have been using that for the past 5 years, working, having our N9, our wages, all those stuff. But initially, we wanted to move out from there. Then initially, he paid our rent for maybe for status 10. Then we forced to move
listen, I am aware of all this, but the level of my experience now indicates exactly what the judges are thinking, has given me the opportunity to know what they are thinking, with regards to EA and non-EA family member. So you guys should prepare for the scrutiny interview tomorrow. Good luck. They're going to interview you guys separately from each other. Yes. Yes. So you need to be well prepared for the home office person and for the judge when it comes to the adversarial aspect of it. It's your sponsor in the United Kingdom at the moment. Is it coming to court? And you have your family as well, isn't it?
Yes, I have my.
Do you have that? Do you have your family at the time you had your 5 years residence card? No.
No, when first time they gave us 2010, my first child was 2012. That's when we had our first child, 2012. After getting we have our child, I and my wife went to registry, we did registry, then we have our marriage certificate, then we sent it back to them. After that, after 2 years, we got 5 years. My lawyer sent it to them to let them know. We informed them that I'm married now, this is my marriage certificate, and we have our first child there. So she's now 5 years old.
Your lawyer is the one that killed your case, that took you back to court. I'm sorry. He's the one that killed your case. There is always a wisdom to apply when you are a lawyer. I am afraid so. This wasn't applied properly, but I won't say more than that because I don't like to criticize my legal colleague. But I can tell you vividly that your lawyer killed your case. But I won't say more than that in the public glare, But I won't say more than that. But I can tell you straight away. Court. Ó ṣe mistake yẹn gan mistake tó ṣe ó tóbi gan. Tó bá rán yàn níṣẹ́ ẹrú wọn máa fi tọmọ jẹ ni. Thank you. Thank you.
So, sorry, where do you based on? Is based in London?
I'm in London. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
By God grace, I think after the court, maybe there we should have to open for but the outcome of it, I think, the outcome maybe a week after the court, whatever.
No problem. No problem.
So what's the lawyer want?
Eh?
Your name, please.
My name?
Yeah, I mean your solicitor, whatever. So
Yeah, I'm Mrs. Olagbaye. I'm online. I'm on live Facebook. Did you not? Can you not see me here now?
I can see, I saw you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm on live program. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you there. Hi.
Good morning.
Yeah. Hi.
This is Tokumbo, please. Like Tokumbo.
Can you not see me? I'm on the live program. Go ahead.
Okay, ma. Yes, ma. I'm happy to finally get and I
Get
want
through to
first
me.
of all use this opportunity to say well done to what you're doing. You're really doing a very good job, ma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma. So I don't want to take much of your time. I just want to go straight to my question, ma. I have a senior brother, which his wife is a British citizen, and then he applied for him to come and join her in the UK since I think since May last year. And up till now, they have not responded back to him. All the documents and everything are all sent down to, I think, to Sheffield here in London, because I'm also based here in London. So, and since then, they have not replied him back. I don't know the reason why they are taking so long for them to respond to him. Firstly, they first said the document was missing, that they didn't see they could not find the document that is sent down to Sheffield. So, which we did the recorded posted by I think Royal Mail, and there we were tracking the package. We knew when the letter was sent to them. We knew when the thing got there and who signed for it. But they sent in the letter an email that they could not find this document. Up to now, we gathered all the documents that we sent before. We sent it back to them, and they haven't replied him back. Going to 1 year now, since May. I don't think this is a normal thing. So I just wanted to ask your advice, man, that what could we do? Can we get a lawyer involved and things like that?
He can easily write a letter to them for an update. That shouldn't cost you to. You should have taken lawyer from the beginning. Since you have decided to go on that route, don't use lawyer now. Push it more. Write to Sheffield with a reference number on it and say, listen, it's over 6 months now. Can we have an update on our file?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because we've been doing all those, man, and they're still not responding. They're not even...
Are you sure the document has not gone missing in the transit?
They said they, because the first time, when we sent the document, they sent him his acknowledgement letter. That was the email that they've received his document. Couple of months later, about 6 months later, they said they could not find the document. So it's really not straightforward. I don't really get that, because on a good day, they normally send you acknowledgement that they received your email, your package, and which they did. We send all the details to them. We send all the letters to them that they told us that this had been received. But why now come after 8 or 9 months later, they said they could not find the document? So we've already sent those documents down back now. I think that was last week. But up to now, I would normally call this ridiculous number that costs about £1 something every now and then, and they will say they are going to escalate it. They're going to escalate the case. And still yet, man, we don't get nothing from them. And people that applied behind him had already gotten their visa and they are here. But his own document is just stuck somewhere without even getting talking to him or sending him any messages or anything.
Just ask for an update, and if you need my assistance, contact me later on. Let me go on to the next thing. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you, man. Thank you, man. God bless you, man.
You're welcome. Hello. Someone is trying to get through to me from United Arab Emirates. The person that's trying to get through to me from United Arab Emirates on my private line, you can call me after this program. If you are trying to get through to me on my private line and you are calling from United Arab Emirates, call me after this program. I know who you can be, but just call me after this program. Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi there.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hello? Hello, Karama.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
One good question coming is regarding my uncle. One overstay. What he need? What he want to lose for 10 years. For this one lost Nigeria, so 128 days more. So you got to qualify for indefinite stay, 10-year route. So one refuse one. So one appeal. One appeal for 2.5 years based on what you want to be. Show you now.
Start again. Start again.
Okay, when you come, students and they want to run for over 10 years. But they want to Nigeria, so they won't stay over 28 days. So
No boy.
So one apply for indefinite stay, 10-year route. But one refuse one. They want to go more than 228 days more. So one appeal. So one will appeal here, but one for 2.5 years. Instead of indefinite stay, so people want to be almost 31, obviously for more than 7 years. Just about 2.5 years. So one say more. Say I'm only apply for indefinite stay because one believe we take 20 days because that's it. So one lose the guy. So one say more, but you actually only apply for say about one close to 2.5 years. Another 10 years, they can't apply. I've only applied for indefinite stay, one thing.
How long not to already discretionary to phone?
Maybe 6 months.
Can you want to tell what has he got before?
Only student visa.
Okay.
Student no.
Okay. And then.
So
Okay. Carry on.
Yes, so students may want to, so what you call parity is the one, but people want to the family wants to 10 years stay, legal stay here already, but people want to Nigeria during those time, during those years, so 128 days more, or extra. So 28 days here could definitely be indefinite stay that you want to apply for. So, but one will appeal, you want for 2.5 years instead of indefinite stay. For 2.5 years based on the child. So what I want to say is that we look for someone to apply for it because once they take 28 days, they have to work for Janssen.
That means not to overstay here. That's the meaning of 28 days here. If after 28 days before he puts in an application, it basically means that he has overstayed.
Yes, Nigeria, but
so which means that if care is not taken, look at the top letter, look at the wording on the letter they gave him.
Okay.
They usually mention 10-year parent route or 5-year parent route. Because the 28 days that he overstayed could affect his continuous residence. And there is every possibility that he probably has affected it. That's what I'm saying. He cannot get the 10 years route anymore because he has gone out of the country and stayed more than 28 days and overstayed for 20. Okay. So that is where he's having that problem.
Yes, ma'am. So does it mean after 28 days, he has to go out to work or job? To stand on it again, he has to be that 2.5. Home
office will have to exercise their discretion. If he has money to dish out, he can just apply for it and close his eyes and take risk. But I will not be able to guarantee that. Yes. So tell him to take risk. Tell him to take risk. The world is built on risk. On that particular one, tell him if he wants to go ahead. Tell him to take risk.
Okay, ma.
Yeah.
Okay, ma.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I may have to leave now because I want to have my paperwork commenced now, and I have my clients in now, so I have to leave now. I want to appreciate all of you. I want to thank you so much. You see, it is not possible for someone of my status and caliber not to have antagonism. But I appreciate you, Yinka. I appreciate you, Christiana Adiola. I appreciate you, Mrs. Ikpeme. I appreciate you, Makosko Yinka, everybody fighting my battle there. Olai Yashakirude Bolaji, I love you guys so much, all of you. You know, I love you that you are fighting that battle there, because you will agree with me that charity begins at home. A child that is well properly trained will have respect for someone of my caliber, to be honest with you. A child that is well trained from home, regardless of his or her age, will have respect for what I am doing in the society, regardless of color, gender, race. A child that is well brought up and well cultured and tamed. So anybody that is not properly brought up from home will not have respect for me or for my work that I am doing to the community at large. Because it will mean that the person is selfish. Yeah. Anyone that attacks this work, it means that he's selfish and thinking that Britain is for him alone. Let me tell you one thing. United Kingdom is not for one person. Even me that I was born here in the United Kingdom. Don't forget I'm an Hackney girl. I was born in east of London. It's not for me alone. United Kingdom is not for one person. It's for all of us. So when you are attacking work of this nature, it means you are selfish. You are heartless. And you don't think twice before you speak your mouth. When I was growing up, my father trained me not to open my mouth unless I have something important to say. So I will advise to Bankole to think before you open your mouth next time. I know you post to be a fake identity, but I just have your time to respond back. You post to be a fake identity. It might not be a man, it might be a woman. But regardless of whoever is using that clothes, I insult you to say that you should take some manners from home before you come on my platform. My platform is not for Dick and Harry. My platform is properly tuned for those who are well read, who have manners, who are well brought up. And it's to do and to assist those who need help in the society, in our community, in our country, United Kingdom. And that's where we stand. And God bless United Kingdom. God bless Her Majesty. And God bless all of you on my platform. I love you all. Till next time when I come back, I remain humble with great humility. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you all. Take care for now. And bye.